Right. Is Tekken 8 a beginner-friendly fighting game? In this video, I'm going to be discussing why I believe Tekken 8 is a beginner-friendly fighting game. Okay, so one of the biggest questions I get asked when I'm playing Tekken 8, as you guys know, the game is out now. It's been out for a couple of days. One of the most common questions I get is this game beginner-friendly? Can I play this game and be a casual? Do I have to be a pro? Do I have to be a sweat? Can I not put that much time into the game and still have fun with the game? You know, Tekken in general is known to be a game that is very skill heavy. There's a lot of knowledge checks. There's a lot of things to learn, and it can be quite overwhelming for a lot of beginners and new players. However, that is not the case for Tekken 8. I believe that Tekken 8 is very beginner friendly also, and also is great at high level too, but for beginners in general, there's a lot of things that have been added to Tekken 8 that makes it a fun experience for new players. So the first thing I want to mention is special input. This is one of the things that makes this a fun experience for new players. You know, not everybody wants to learn or take time to learn the most damaging combo. For example, if I was to do a combo with Nina, right, and then you go into whatever your ender would be, right? If I do that again, and break the wall into your ender. Not everybody wants to learn or feels like they want to put the time out to learn these sort of quote-unquote tricky combos if you're a new player, right? Well, this game has special inputs with a touch of a button, with a toggle. You can toggle special inputs. As you see that it pops up on the left. You've got special move, high combos, power crush, low attacks, and throws. So by the push of a single button, you can pretty much do auto combos. But this is me just pressing one button repeatedly. And as we can see, that did a lot less damage than the original combo I'd done. However, it's still pretty good damage, and it's a free combo which you didn't actually have to learn. So that is one thing that facilitates the game for new players, and it's a lot more welcoming for the people who don't want to take the time out. They just want to be noobs, they want to be beginners, and just want to jump in the game and have fun. There's also different moves, different tools. You got low attack, throws, and it just allows you to use the tools of the game without needing to necessarily go in the lab, learn, and spend hours playing the game. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing, which makes this game more welcoming for beginners, is the heat system. The heat system is a new mechanic. It's a new system in general that's been implemented in Tekken 8. It has not been in any other Tekken games. And it makes the game a lot more beginner friendly because it's usable. Everyone can use it, and it's not locked behind a skill gap at all. So the first thing is the heat activation, right? I believe this is called the heat smash. And it's by the touch of a button. Again, you activate your heat smash. Now what this does, first of all, it has armor. So anything that your opponent presses as you're doing this, you will tank the hits. You will take damage, however, you will tank the hits and you will not stagger. For example, if I demonstrate this, I will make Jin do a jab. There we go. Do this. Right, so I do a jab there, I use my heat smash, and as you can see, I still took damage. However, all of that damage was just grey health and recoverable damage, and my character didn't stagger. So the reason why this helps a lot of beginners and is very beginner friendly is because you can be in situations where the opponent is really putting a lot of pressure on you and you don't know how to get out of that situation. A lot of people's main issues on Tekken is they get steamrolled. They get hit once and they don't know how to get back up. So now that you have this tool, it helps you in situations like this. Let me do that again. All right. So situations like this. So situations like this, where you might get hit. Person does a combo, right? And now you're getting back up and you're not sure what to do in this situation and you might lose the round because you're getting steamrolled. Well, now that you have your heat smash, situations like this can be facilitated and you can do your heat smash to sort of push them back. You can push your opponent back and gain some ground in that situation. So you're not totally hopeless, whereas before you would have to make the correct guess or know the situation, know the ins and outs of what the other character can do. You no longer have to do that. You have a one-time use heat smash in order to give yourself some breathing space. Then we have the actual heat attack. Bear with me, I actually forgot what the actual name of this heat attack is. This is the universal attack. Every character's one does something different. However, once you've already activated heat, if you press the heat button again, you have your heat attack. This is universal, everyone has one of their own. Now, the reason why this also facilitates the game for beginner players, and it's really good for them, is because it does a lot of damage for one. And for the majority of characters, if this is blocked, for the majority of characters, if this is blocked, you are plus on blocks. As you can see there, I was +7. Which means, for those who don't understand how frame data works and stuff, it means that you pretty much, it's still your turn. After you do a heat, it is pretty much still your turn. Now, this is specific to most characters, it's still your turn. There are a few characters that lose their turn if it's done on block. However, those are those particular characters. I could make a separate video on that if you guys want me to. However, on block, most of the heat attacks are actually plus on block. So again, this is good for beginners because you don't lose a turn. You can continue to attack in an aggressive game like Tekken 8. This game is very aggressive in general. I don't think it's a very defensive game. So having something like this makes it easier for everybody. Right, the third thing I want to talk about is the training mode. The training mode. If you're a casual player or you're a beginner player, you want to get into Tekken, but you want to take it slow, you want to improve, but you don't want to feel like you have to be the best at the game at the beginning, the training mode helps you a lot, right? You have pretty much every option you need in order to improve. If you don't know how to punish something, right? You also have the replay system. Let me take you guys to the replay system. Here's the replay. You go on online, you can go on my replays and tips if you saved any. Right, so I've got some replays here. I'm gonna pick a match which I've lost. Let's check out this match here. Now what this will do is the game will show you things that you are not doing, for example, punishes, and will let you know what you should have done in those situations. So if we just casually watch this, you will see at some point that the game will recommend me things. You have to wait and see if there's a punish on anything I've done. Well, there we go. There's the first one. I'm blocking. Recommended punishment technique. Back 1-4. So as you can see, what I did I punish it here? I didn't. I punished it with a jab. Why did I punish it with a jab instead of doing back 1-4? I didn't know the correct punish for that, but now I do. So as you guys saw in real life time, I just learned something simply by watching my replay. Now, if you want to toggle the punishment technique recommendations, you simply go into your replays and you pause the game, and you can actually have all of the information here if you want to toggle it up. But it's very, very, very good. You easily learn simply by watching. You barely have to do any work to improve. Now, why is this good for casuals? Because in the past, you would have to recreate the actual situation that happened in the match and then find your own punish from there. You'll find your own answer from there. Now you can watch your replays and the game simply tells you what you did wrong and what recommends you what you could have done, which is a better choice. I didn't punish it correctly. So that is the thing I wanted to talk about there. Punishment training and watching the replays. The replay system in general is amazing in Tekken 8. It just makes learning so much more fun and easier. A lot of people don't like to do this in fighting games, especially Tekken, is because it's time consuming and sometimes you can't find the answer. It takes a long time, and like we said before, this is for beginners or casuals. They might not want to put in that amount of hours. You can simply watch your replays now and easily see the answer very quickly. It does not take very long. Right, so the next thing I want to mention here is the recommended sample combos. Tekken has a lot of combos, as a lot of you guys know. However, which combos are you supposed to do? Now, we already talked about the simple inputs, right? The what's it called? Special inputs. If you don't want to do that and you actually want to learn some combos, however, you don't want to learn the most difficult combos in the game, you just want something simple, the game also has recommended sample combos, which it shows you. So we're gonna look at the replay here and we're gonna see some of the recommended sample combos that the game has. There we go. Here's the first one. Recommended sample combos. So as you can see here, I went for a launcher with my down foot too. This game recommends you which combo you can do from your hit. So if you get a hit like a launcher and you can convert that into a combo, but you don't know what to do, again, this game will show you it'll give you an option. It might not be the most optimal option, but again, the reason you're doing this is because you want to learn something that is not too difficult, slightly easy, and is reliable to do. So this game has recommended sample combos. Every time you get a launcher, you can check your combo that you could have done, and the game tells you. So this is another thing that is very beginner friendly. If you're new to the game and you want to learn, this game helps you, as you can see. So here it said I should have done down forward 2, back 1-4 into forward 1+2, which is not the combo I would normally do. I would normally do something much more damaging than that. But it's still good that the game shows you options. It shows you what you can do in situations like this. So that is, I believe that's my that's my second to last point I wanted to make on that. As to why, again, Tekken 8 is definitely welcoming for beginners or casual players in general. Okay, I guess my final point I want to make is, does your character's tier matter? You know, coming from like a lot of casual players or beginners, they hear a lot of talks on top tiers, low tiers. Oh, I'm not winning because my character's this. I'm not winning because my character's bad. My character's too good. This character's too good. That doesn't matter if you're starting off the game. If you're a beginner player, or as long as you're not a high level player, your character tier does not matter. That shouldn't even be in the equation. You shouldn't even be thinking about that. Play the character you have fun with. Don't worry about how good or bad they are or going to be. Just enjoy the game. You don't have to worry about your character. It doesn't matter at all. If you're starting off the game, your character's tier does not matter a single bit, and it will not make a difference. It won't make a difference. I just want to end it off by saying that. But yeah, hopefully this encourages a lot more people to play the game and get Tekken. A lot of people were telling me, oh, I'm not gonna get Tekken because it's gonna be too hard. There's too many knowledge checks. It's, you know, it's too much to deal with. So I hope this video, I wanted to make this video to just tell people like, yo, if you want to be a casual and play the game, you can, and the game facilitates that. The game helps you out with the game, with how to play. You don't have to do everything yourself. There's things there's things inside the game that literally help you for all the things that everything you need help with. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what type of video you want from me next, and I'll make it happen. And yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.